Hey Wild-Hearted Yogis, it's Alexis and I'm back with another flow just for you. Today's class has wheel as its peak pose. So we're going to be doing lots of back bending and heart opening. And I know that sometimes that can bring up a lot of emotions and also a lot of fear. So my message and theme for class today is to trust. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, and trust that trying something new isn't always scary. I'll help to guide you through some modifications for wheel pose and give you some other options if you're not quite there yet. Know that this class is going to prepare you for exactly where you need to be in the peak pose. You don't need any props today, and so we'll just meet on our mats. All right, let's get started in puppy dog pose. So for puppy dog pose, you'll come onto all fours to start. And bring your hips over your knees. Keep them stacked there. You can tuck your toes underneath you and start to draw your palms towards the upper edges of your mat. And then gently slide your heart down while your fingertips reach off of your mat. And your arms are in a V shape. And see how far you can come down with the chest. So this is a slight back bend and a heart opener puppy dog pose. So if you can get your forehead all the way down to the mat, great. If you have a block or a blanket, you can place one of those underneath your forehead to help bring the floor closer to you. And just start to breathe in and out through your nose or through your mouth. Allowing the fronts of your shoulders to open, your collarbones broaden. And sink your belly down to the mat, so you have a posterior tuck in your pelvis. And as gravity helps to draw your chest down further, you may find that you have some more space to potentially draw your chin down to the mat. And then just make sure you keep your hips over your heels, your knees rather. Try to relax here. Try to release any tension from your face, from your shoulders, and allow your heart to melt. Take a few more breaths here. Relax the space between your eyes. And on your next inhale, slowly start to draw your hands back so that your forearms root down into the earth and you come into a number 11. And then slide your legs back for Sphinx pose. The tops of your feet are on the ground, gaze is set in front of you. And press down through your forearms and energetically draw your elbows back. So that motion, drawing the elbows back, helps to pull the heart forward and through your arms. This will open up the thoracic spine, the muscles around it. So starting to open up the lats. And here in Sphinx pose, we're in a little back bend too. If you'd like to roll out your neck, you can take big circles over to one side. Make it slow and juicy. And pause where you feel maybe a little bit of tension. You can hold it there and take a breath. And reverse the direction with your circles. And pausing where you feel a little bit of tension. Return your gaze back to center and take a breath in. On your exhale, look over your right shoulder. Feel a stretch in the left side of your neck. Keep pulling your elbows towards your hips. Bring your gaze back to center on your inhale. And your exhale, look over your left shoulder. Keep pressing the heart forward and through. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, draw your hands back by your ribs. And you can bring your forehead to the mat for a moment. Lengthen through the back of your neck. And then fix your feet. Bring them straight back from your hips. Press down through the tops of your feet, so much so that your pinky toe roots down into the earth. Then wherever you draw your hands, draw your thumbs back a few inches more so they're by your lower ribs. Then on your inhale, use the strength of your lats to peel your chest up for cobra pose. So in the beginning here, you can have some weight in the hands and draw your shoulders down your spine. See if you can lift your heart a little bit more. Take a breath in. And exhale, melt your forehead down to the ground. Let's take one more cobra pose. Peel the chest up, drape the shoulders down the back, set the gaze at the horizon. See if you can rotate your shoulder heads down and back a little bit more, open up through the collarbones. And slide your right hand up towards the upper corner of your mat. Press down through your forearm, and then draw your left foot up and over. Good, so you're in a modified side plank here, forearm side plank. And bring your left foot over your right leg so that it's closer to your right knee. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Pressing through the outside of your right foot, lift your left hip up. You can open up through your chest, lift your sternum to the ceiling, and little pulses here with your top hip. Get into your left oblique. Belly button draws into spine. Front ribs will stay knitted together, so go ahead and pull them in. And take 5 more pulses. And then at the top, give it a hold, take a breath in. On your exhale, lower your right hip and slide your left foot back. Keep it in front of your right leg. And then gently press up onto your right hand. Press that shoulder back, open up the chest, and take your left hand to your left hip. Cinch your waist. And cactus your top arm. On your inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, take a back bend. So activate Jalandhara Bandha. So pretend you have a grapefruit underneath your chin. So it's slightly tucked in towards your throat. And that'll help to press up and out through the thoracic spine, while not using too much of your neck and using more of your mid-back. So if you want to wiggle a little bit here, you can wiggle, or you can take your cactus arm open a little bit more. Reshift that right shoulder blade down and back. And slowly come back to center. We'll take cobra pose. So hands come down by the sides. Inhale, peel your chest up. And on your exhale, lower your left forearm down to the mat. Scooch over onto your left hip. Right foot will come in front of your left knee. Peel your right arm to the sky. And on your inhale, lift your right hip up. So find the highest point that you can lift your hip and take little pulses from there. And get into the obliques on this side. Belly button sucks in towards your spine. Open up through your chest. And take 5 more. Hold it there at the top in your last one. And then on your exhale, slowly drop that left hip down. Right foot slides back and stays in front of the left leg. Then gently press up onto your left hand. The slight bend in that left elbow pointed towards the front of your mat, and roll that left shoulder back. And cactus your top arm. And slowly press your sternum towards the sky. Keeping that Jalandhara Bandha, that grapefruit underneath your chin. And find a release in your upper back. So you can stay here, you can wiggle a little bit. Opening up the upper and the mid back to prep us for our back bends. Take an inhale and exhale, back bend a little bit more here. Cactus that top arm. And slowly return to center. Press up to a tabletop position. Come to all fours. Hips over the knees. Shoulders over the wrists. And then you can just start taking circles with the hips, down and around, moving organically. So if this doesn't feel right for you, take movements that feel good in your body. I'm gonna go ahead and reverse the direction so that I get a little bit more stretch on my IT bands on both sides. And come to center. Press through the L's of your hands. pull your shoulder blades down your back and press your upper arm bones into the shoulder sockets. Slight bend in the elbows, so not to lock them out. Take an inhale for cow pose, drop the belly. Exhale, cat pose. Stay here in cat for a few moments. Looking towards your navel and press your mid back to the sky. Inhale for cow pose, drop your belly. Exhale, cat. Looking towards your navel. One more cow pose. And then this time, so just like we did in Sphinx pose, draw the heels of your hands energetically towards your knees to pull your heart forward and through. And exhale to cat pose, looking towards your navel. Good, bring your gaze back between your hands. Start to tuck your toes under if they aren't already, and then hover your knees. So knees are hovered about 2 inches off the mat. Restack the joints, shoulders over your wrists. Take your right knee to behind your right arm. Exhale, draw it back. Inhale the left knee behind the left arm. Exhale, draw it back. So go ahead and switch it out, right to left. Returning to tabletop, midway through. Gaze is set a few inches in front of your mat. Keep that spine long. Good, we'll take 2 more on each side. Keep that breath flowing. Relax your face. The last one on each side. And drop those knees. Take a breath in. On your exhale, keep your toes tucked under and press your chest back for bear pose. So arms are pretty straight here. Fingertips grip so that you keep a solid foundation in the hands so as not to slip. Belly button pulls up and in towards your spine. You have that posterior tuck in the pelvis. Chest comes back towards the thighs. Look between your feet, take an inhale. On your exhale, ripple forward to a high plank. Here in high plank, shift your weight forward so that it's into the balls of your feet. Press the mid-spine to the sky. Look a few inches in front of your mat. Take a big breath in through your nose. On your exhale, bend your knees and press back to bear pose. Press your chest back towards your thighs. And then inhale, roll forward to a high plank. Use your core to move. So move from your midline. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees and shift the weight back. Keep the core engaged. Inhale, ripple forward to a high plank. And exhale, press it back to bear pose. One more time. Inhale, come back to high plank. Exhale, press back to bear pose. From bear pose, press through the L's of your hands and spread your fingers out really wide and lift your hips up for downward facing dog. Once you arrive in your down dog, you can pedal out your feet, drop one heel down to the mat and then the other. And that'll help to open up the backs of your legs and your calves. Get a nice little stretch here. And come to stillness. Gaze is set right in between your feet. Take an inhale through your nose and an exhale through your nose. Ujjayi breath. Good, one more just like that. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. See if you can melt the heels down a little bit more to the floor. And on your inhale, look between your hands. And exhale, start to walk those hands back so that they come to your feet. So you're at the back of your mat now. Then gaze shifts to between your legs. Grab opposite elbows, swing side to side. Take ragdoll pose. Now, depending on your hamstring flexibility, you may have to bend your knees a lot here. So you can also get a nice juicy stretch in the low back. And press down through the 4 corners of your feet. So here I'm lifting my toes so that I can suction the space between my big toe mound and my pinky toe mound down. And then 2 points at the backs of my heels. They're rooted. And then I'll drop my toes down to the earth. So I feel super connected through my pada bandhas, my feet. And then release your hands. Look forward and start to walk your hands back for downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back, so you're in three-legged dog. Foot comes straight back from the hip. Your inner thigh is spiraling down towards the earth. Low belly is engaged. Pull the pit of your belly up and in. Gaze as the back of your mat, melt that left heel down. Take an inhale, lift the right leg higher. And on your exhale, bring your right knee to your right tricep. Keep the connection, knee and arm, and then drop your toes right behind your right wrist. Solidify your foundation in that right foot. And then pick your left foot up, turn it out to a slight angle, 11 o'clock on a clock face. Then on your inhale, come up to warrior one. So you may have to just shimmy those toes up a little bit. Peel that right hip back and that left hip forward. Sink the hips down and press to the blade edge of your left foot. The more you press into that left foot, the more you're going to feel a stretch in your hip flexor and your calf on the left side. We want that, even if it feels a little bit uncomfortable. Trust that this is the process to help open up your legs, to set you up for success in your practice and in what we'll do later on in the flow. And trust the journey. Peel that right hip back and that left hip forward. Pull the belly in, take an inhale. Exhale, airplane your arms back, so chest and thigh are parallel. The bend in the right knee is deep and the knee is over the ankle. Keep the bend and reach the arms forward like you're squeezing an imaginary ball between your hands. Inhale, reach through your fingers. And on your exhale, hands come to the ground, low lunge, and drop that left knee down. Wiggle that left foot back so you're at the top of your back knee. And then inhale to crescent moon. Right hip will peel back, left hip flexor drops towards the earth. Your biceps are by your ears and your thumbs are pulling back so your heart is coming through your arms. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, cactus your arms and slowly start to straighten your right leg, but lead with your heart and take a slight forward fold. So not a full drop, but more of a halfway forward fold with cactus arms. Activate the lats, pull the arms down and back. Then on your inhale, rebend through that right knee. You can take the half bind with the right arm. Grounded, exalted warrior. Your left bicep comes by your ear. Melt the right shoulder down the back. Look over towards the right side of your mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, high plank. Windmill the arms, tuck the toes, and step the right foot back. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Shift the shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, bend the elbows for low plank. Pull the belly button in. Upward facing dog on your inhale, and we'll stay here today to get into the back bend prep. So press through the tops of your feet. Roll your shoulders down your back. Look towards the horizon, and you can stay here. You can shimmy back and forth with the hips. Find a little bit more space in your lumbar spine. If you're rocking, come to stillness. Take an inhale. And exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Hips come up and back. Right foot can shift to the center of the mat. On your inhale, lift your left foot up to the sky. Spin the outside of the foot towards the earth and melt your right heel down. Gaze is set at the back of your mat. I'm setting mine towards the inside of my right foot. Take an inhale, lift that left leg a little bit higher. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Keep the connection with knee and arm, and then just drop the toes by the wrist. Shorten the stance with the back foot, so it's about 2 o'clock on a clock face. And on your inhale, come up to warrior one. And trust that your body knows where to go here. To square off the hips, the right hip comes forward and the left hip comes back. And if you are not quite sure and you're not quite trusting, you can bring your hands to your hips and guide that right hip forward and that left hip back, and then bring your arms back to the sky. Take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, airplane the arms. So lift the triceps to the sky. Slight up dog in the chest, and it's parallel with the thigh. Take an inhale and reach your hands forward. Pull your belly in and shift your hips back. Exhale, plant the hands, drop that back knee. Inhale, crescent moon. Wiggle that right foot back and drop the right hip flexor. A deep bend in that left knee. So you feel the pull from the hip flexor on the right side and the knee on the left side in opposite directions, stretching you out. And exhale, cactus the arms and slowly shift the hips back, flex the left toes, come halfway down with the chest. So gaze is still set a few inches in front of your mat. Pull the elbows down towards your ribs. On your inhale, bend through the left knee, grounded, exalted warrior. The right palm shines towards the left side of your mat. You're dropping that right hip a little bit more down, take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Windmill the arms, step it back, hide a little plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Let's go through that breath to movement. Inhale, reach your right leg high to the sky. On your exhale, right knee, right tricep, drop the feet behind the wrist. Shorten the stance. Inhale to warrior one. Thumbs come towards the back of your space. Exhale, press through the blade edge of your left foot, airplane the arms. Inhale, reach forward, turbo warrior one. Exhale, hands come down, drop that back knee. Inhale, crescent moon, arc it up and back. See if you can see the back wall. And exhale, cactus the arms, flex the right toes, halfway down with the heart. Grounded, exalted, you can wrap the right hand behind your back, take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, hide a low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, that left leg sweeps high. Exhale, knee to tricep, drop the wrist, drop the foot behind the wrist. Warrior one, shorten the stance with the back foot, take an inhale. Exhale, airplane the arms, sweep them back. Inhale, turbo, reach forward, lengthen through your fingertips. Exhale, drop the hands in the back knee. Inhale, crescent moon, lift the sternum to the sky. Exhale, flex your left toes, cactus your arms. Inhale, grounded, exalted, look over towards the left. Exhale, chaturanga. Sweep that foot back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, that right leg high to the sky. Exhale, right knee, right tricep, drop the foot. Shorten the stance, warrior one. Pull that right hip back and keep it there. Exhale, airplane the arms. Inhale, turbo. See a space between your hands. Then exhale, drop that left knee down, hands plant. Inhale, crescent moon, drop that left hip flexor to the floor. And exhale, cactus those arms, lead with the heart, flex the right toes. Inhale, grounded, exalted, look over to the right. Exhale, chaturanga, step it back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg reaches up on the inhale. On the exhale, knee to tricep, drop the foot behind the wrist. Warrior one, press that left hip back, right hip forward. Exhale, airplane the arms, lift the triceps. Inhale, lengthen through the fingertips, turbo warrior one. Exhale, drop the right knee down, hands plant. Inhale, crescent moon, take it up and back. Exhale, cactus the arms, flex the left toes. Grounded, exalted, you can take the half bind with your left arm. And exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in through your nose. And exhale out of your nose. Keep the heat that you just built. Take the left foot towards the center of your mat and inhale, reach your right leg high to the sky. And this time bend and stack open. So reach the heel to the glute. Lift the inside of the right knee to the sky. You can stay here or you can drop that left forearm down, tend through the right fingertips and get a deeper stretch in the back of your left leg. Gazes at the back of your mat. Activate Mula Bandha, so pull the perineum up towards the heart. Activate the muscles around the pelvis. And then press back up on that left hand. Take the right knee to the left tricep, so take it across your body. Straighten your right leg out to the side and inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky, fallen star. Left leg is straight and strong and the foot is super engaged. Even lift the left kneecap to engage the quad. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop that left hand down and that right hip. Take a little break here for an IT band stretch. So right shoulder peels back, left shoulder reaches forward. Keep the chest squared to the front of your mat. Leg comes out from the hip on the right side. And tuck those left toes under, bend the knee. Reach the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. And exhale, step foot to thumb, low lunge. So low lunge here, tend through the fingertips. Belly pulls up off the thigh. Take your right hand to the top of your right knee. Left hand stays planted. Inhale, open up the chest, look to the sky. On your exhale, you're gonna ninja through. So you're gonna sweep the left leg through that space between your hand and your right foot and kick it out towards the right corner of your mat. And slide it back to low lunge. Plant your left hand on your inhale, grounded twist. Right arm peels to the sky. And if that left hip dropped, pull it up so it's in line with the right. Engage through the feet. Take an inhale. On your exhale, press up to open twist. Stack the shoulders over the hips. Reach your right arm back and your left arm forward. Keep the bend in the right knee. Inhale, exalted warrior. So this time we're lifted in that back leg. Press the back knee to the sky, take an inhale. On your exhale, open up warrior two. Right thighs parallel to the mat. Scoop the right hip under. Pelvis will also scoop up. Belly button to the heart. Look over your front middle finger. On your inhale, reverse your warrior. Take it up and back. Lengthen through your side body. Exhale, windmill the arms down to low lunge. On your inhale, 3-point high plank. So that right foot will hover. The shoulders stack over the wrist. Belly pulls in. And bend that right knee. Step it beside you. And on your exhale, drop your hips and your elbow and knee will touch. On your inhale, press up to wild thing. Hips lift up to the sky. Left hand is your foundation. Open up through your chest. Take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Roll over high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift that left foot to the sky. And bend and stack here. You can look underneath your right armpit for that left foot. And if you can't see it, kick it more towards the side of your mat. You can always drop that right forearm to get a deeper stretch. Left fingers can be tented or palm to the ground. press back up to your hand, take an inhale. Exhale, knee to opposite tricep. So draw it over to the right side of your body. And lengthen through that left leg. Inhale up to fallen star. Press through the blade edge of your right foot. Lift that right hip up. And exhale, drop that left hip down and that right hand down. So take a short break here to get that IT band stretch. Left foot comes out from the hip. Chest stays square to the front of your mat. Right leg is long. And plant the hands, tuck the right toes under. Inhale, left foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, foot to thumb, low lunge. 10 through those fingers, pull the belly button in so that you can lift it up off of your thigh. And take your left hand to your left knee, plant your right hand. Inhale, open up your chest. So when I open up my chest, I press my left knee out to the side, and I lift my gaze to the ceiling. And on the exhale, sweep the right leg through and hover it like a ninja. So your right hand is your foundation. Open up through the heart. Step that foot back. Plant the right hand, grounded twist. So the left arm pulls you up to the sky. Draw the right hip up so it's in line with the left. And use the strength of your feet. Exhale, open twist. Left arm reaches back, right arm reaches to the front. Notice if that left knee's coming into center, push it out towards the left pinky toe. Keep it there. Inhale, exalted. Right bicep by the ear. And exhale, open up, warrior two. Left knee's in front. Right leg is straight and strong. Gaze is over the left middle finger. On your inhale, reverse. Take it up and back. Exhale, windmill the arms down for low lunge. Hands plant on the floor. Inhale to 3-point high plank. So belly pulls in, left toes are off of the mat. Then bend that knee, stamp the foot down. Draw left elbow and left knee together, drop the hips. I'm on the blade edge of my right foot, and then I press my hips up to the sky for wild thing. Use the strength of your left foot to help lift your hips up a little bit higher. Take an inhale, and exhale, chaturanga. High to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna flow through that breath to movement. Let's reset our breath, our intention, and our trust, knowing that we've got this. And we may not know exactly what comes next. And we know it opens up possibilities in our life, right? So take a big breath in to seal that intention. Exhale, let go any negativity or distrust. Inhale, reach your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, draw it across the body, opposite tricep. Lengthen your right leg. Inhale, press up to fallen star. Exhale, drop hip and left hand. Inhale, three-legged dog. Tuck the left toes under, right leg reaches. Exhale, foot to thumb, low lunge. Right hand, right knee. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, ninja through with the left foot. Step it back. Right arm reaches on the inhale, grounded twist. Exhale, open twist. Use the strength of your obliques. Inhale, exalted warrior. Take the left bicep by the ear. Exhale, warrior two. Keep the deep bend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, low lunge, windmill it down. Plant the hands, 3-point high plank. Chest reaches forward. Exhale, bend, elbow to knee touch. Inhale, lift the hips, wild thing. Exhale, chaturanga, roll over high to low plank. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale it across the body, opposite tricep. Inhale, fallen star, press up. Exhale, drop the right hand down. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, step foot to thumb, low lunge. Left hand comes to left knee. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, ninja through with that right foot, kick it forward. Step it back. Inhale, grounded twist. Left arm sweeps to the sky. Exhale, open twist. Inhale, exalted. Drop through the right hip flexor. Exhale, warrior two, open up. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, low lunge, windmill the arms. 3-point high plank, heart reaches forward. Exhale, drop, left elbow, right knee. Inhale, press up, wild thing. Exhale, chaturanga, take your time. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale it across the body. Inhale, fallen star. Exhale, drop left hand down. Keep that right hip lifted. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, foot to thumb. Inhale, press the heart forward. Press the right knee out. And exhale, ninja through. Left hand foundation. Inhale, grounded twist, right arm high. Exhale, open twist. Use your strong legs. Inhale, exalted. Take it up and back. Exhale, warrior two, open up. Inhale, reverse. Scoop the pelvis under. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, 3-point high plank. Exhale, draw elbow to knee. Inhale, press up, wild thing. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale it across the body, opposite tricep. Reach the leg out and press up to fallen star. Look up towards your top thumb. Then gaze follows that hand to the earth. Tuck the right toes under. Inhale, lift that left leg high. Exhale, step foot to thumb, low lunge. Left hand to left knee. Inhale, press it out. Exhale, sweep the right foot between and out. Step it back. Inhale, open up that left arm to the sky. Lift that right hip. Keep the hip lifted. Use your feet and come up to open twist. Shoulders stack. Inhale the right bicep by the ear. Exalted warrior. And exhale, turn the back foot. Warrior two. Deep bend in that left knee. Reverse, inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Left leg, 3-point high plank. Inhale. Exhale, draw elbow to knee, sink the hips. Then press it up, lift the hips, wild thing. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take a big breath in and a big breath out. All right, friends, we're gonna flow through that one more time with a few changes. Let's reset the breath. Recommit to our trust. Seal it with this next round of breath. Inhale, reach the right leg to the sky. Bend and stack it open. Come onto the ball of your left foot and drop that right foot down for flip dog. So for flip dog, different than wild thing, all 10 toes point towards the back of your mat. Press your hips up to the sky. Shift that left shoulder over your wrist and open up your chest. And cactus that top arm. Open up your throat and look back. Good, take one more inhale, lift the hips a little bit higher. And exhale, high plank. Take a breath in. And on your exhale, side plank. So shift the weight over to your right side. Feet can stay stacked. Left arm reaches up. And your heart is lifting to the ceiling. And so is your left hip. See if you can peel it up a little bit more. You can drop that bottom knee, or inhale, lift your left foot. Exhale, draw your knee to your chest. You can use that left hand to guide it, and then slowly step it forward for low lunge. Okay, so once that left foot arrives, shimmy it out to the outside of your mat, and take it at an angle. And drop your right knee to the ground. Both hands will come to the inside of your left foot. We'll take crooked lizard. So right hand comes to the center of your mat. Left hand reaches up and back to grab that right foot. And as you're drawing that heel to the glute, drop through your left hip flexor and open up your heart to the sky. That left knee can peel out, and you can roll over to the blade edge of that foot so you can get a deeper stretch in the psoas. Keep breathing here and go to your edge. Trust that you've got this. And your breath is going to carry you through. Take another inhale. And on your exhale, come back. And shimmy that foot back so it was by the thumb. Both hands now frame that left foot. Tuck your right toes under. Plant your right hand down. Inhale, open up to a grounded twist. Pull the belly in so you can lift it up. And keep that Uddiyana Bandha engaged. Feel the lock in your lower abs. And then reach that left arm back. Come to an open twist. Right arm reaches to the front. You can wrap that left arm behind your back. Take exalted warrior. Dip low through the right hip. Open up through the right side body. Then on your exhale, come back to open twist. Good, we're gonna take a little flow. Inhale, reach back, exalted warrior. Exhale, open twist. One more time. Inhale, exalted. Exhale, open twist. Inhale to exalted. And this time, low lunge, windmill the hands down. Plant the hands, step it back to high plank. Roll forward into the tops of your feet. Take a breath in, pull the belly in. And exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Woo. Once you arrive, bring your hands by your side. Kiss your mat. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, locust pose. So press your belly down, lift your heart up, your hands up, and your legs. So fly, take a breath. Exhale, melt the forehead down. Good, 2 more just like that. Inhale to locust pose. Belly presses down, legs lift up, heart lifts. And exhale, melt it down. Inhale, locust pose. And exhale, draw the forehead to the earth. And this time, draw your heels to your hips or to your glutes. And bring your knees together. Like they don't have to touch, but they should be pretty close. And take your ankles with your hands. So wrap them around the outsides of your ankles. Flex your feet. Bring your chin to your mat. Take a big breath in, feel your belly touch. And then on your exhale, floor bow. So you're gonna kick your feet up to the sky. Bring your knees together, draw your inner thighs in, and roll your shoulder blades down your back. Okay, take a big breath, and exhale, melt it down. You can keep hold of your feet or you can release them. We're gonna do floor bow one more time and add on a little bit. So bring your chin to the mat. Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, floor bow. Kick up, keep your toes flexed. Good, take a breath in, stay in floor bow. Then exhale, rock over to your left side. So your left shoulder's down and you're like a grounded boat. And rock back to center. Take an inhale, kick up. And exhale, rock over to your right side. Keep your hands on your ankles. And come back to center. Take a breath in, floor bow. And exhale, melt it down. Woo, hands can come underneath your forehead. And you can rock your heels from side to side. Windshield wiper your legs. And bring your legs down. Hands come by your ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Lift your thighs for up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, we've got one more side and then we'll stretch it out. Take a big breath in. And exhale all of your doubt. Inhale your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, bend and stack open. Come all the way up onto the ball of that right foot. Take an inhale and exhale, flip your dog. All 10 toes face the back of your space, and you're using the four corners of both feet for suctioning action to lift those hips up as high as you can. Cactus that top arm, and shift the weight forward, stack shoulder over wrist, open up even more. And take an inhale and exhale, high plank. Take a breath in and exhale, side plank. Roll over onto the edge of your left foot. Reach your right arm high to the sky and push that hip up. Peel the shoulder open so you lift the sternum to the sky, look up, and drop that bottom knee or lift that top knee and top leg up. Take an inhale. Exhale, knee to chest. You can use the right hand to help. And step it forward for low lunge. And wiggle that right foot out to the side at an angle. And drop that left knee down. So we're coming into crooked lizard on this side. Left heel comes to the glute. Right hand grabs for it. You can always use a strap if you have that. Open up through the chest and drop that left hip down. You roll over onto the edge of the right foot. If that gives you more space, you choose what works for you. And see if you can trust yourself and trust others enough to be vulnerable, to open up your throat. So not just your heart, but also your throat to the sky. Stay here for a few more breaths, just opening up, releasing, and trusting. Slowly release that back foot. Wiggle the right foot in where it was. Right hand comes to the outside of the right foot. Untuck the back knee. Plant the left hand. Inhale to grounded twist. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Engage the midline so you have a really strong foundation to help you as you lift up. Right arm will reach back. Left arm reaches forward, open twist. Inhale, exalted warrior. Drop that left hip flexor down. Exhale, open twist. Left arm reaches back to the front. Inhale, exalted. Keep looking to the right side. Exhale, open twist. And inhale, exalted. And exhale, twist. Inhale, exalted. Exhale, low lunge, hands plant. Draw that right foot back out to the side at an angle, just like we did. And then step the left foot up for Malasana squat or yogi squat. So feet are out at an angle, hands are at heart center, hips drop low to the ground. Use your elbows to press your knees out towards your pinky toes. And keep a lifted chest so that your shoulder blades can melt down your back and your gaze is at the horizon. Take a few deep breaths here in Malasana squat. Feeling gravity assist your hips down with each exhale. And slowly lower all the way down onto a seat. You can use your hands by your sides. Hips will come down to the mat and feet will come out in front of you. And both feet will face 12 o'clock on a clock face. Then come all the way down onto your back. The knees are reaching to the sky. And then reach your hands down by your sides. If you can't touch your heels, reach your heels so that your middle fingers and your heels touch. And then scoop your pelvis under so that your tailbone can descend and your low back is flat on the earth. Then on your inhale, come to bridge pose. Press your hips up. And then I tuck my shoulder blades underneath me to give more space in my thoracic spine to lift. So try that. Press through your feet, draw your inner thighs together and lift your hips up a little bit more to the sky. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, lower down. So we're heading into our peak pose wheel. You can take another bridge if that was enough for you. If you would like to move on, bring your hands by your ears and then shift your fingers so that they're facing the back of your mat. So your palms can plant right by your ears and your elbow tips reach up to the sky. So use the strength of your feet and your hands to press your head up just so that you can draw the crown of your head to the mat. So this may be where you stay today. And that's perfect. You're working on this back bend wheel. If you've got it, you can press through your hands to straighten your arms a little bit more. And bring your heart in between your arms, just like we've been doing all class. Press down through your feet. Draw your inner thighs together. Lift your hips up. Take an inhale. And exhale, come all the way down. Good, take a big breath in. And a big breath out. We're gonna do that one more time. So you know your options here. You can take bridge, you can come onto the crown of your head, or you can take full wheel. Bring the heels back towards the hips. Press down through your feet. Draw your inner thighs together energetically. Hands come by the ears.
Oh, you want a chip? Let's get a chip.
All right, we're gonna do this one more time. You know your options. You can take bridge, you can take that supported wheel where the crown of your head is on the floor, or you can take full wheel. So ensure that the backs of your heels and the backs of your fingertips, are touching. And reach down through the four corners of your feet. Pull your belly in. Draw your hands by your ears if you're taking full wheel or the modified version. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, press up. Look between your hands. See if you can use your feet to press your hips up a little bit higher to the sky. Take another inhale. And on your exhale, bend your arms and slowly draw your upper, middle, and lower back all the way down to the earth. And bring the soles of your feet to touch. Take Supta Baddha Konasana or reclined bound angle. And drape your knees out to the edges of your mat. Take one hand on your heart, take one hand on your belly. You can stay here with your eyes open or you can flutter your eyes closed and take a few minutes to tune in. And if your eyes are closed, gently open them and look at one point on the ceiling. Place your left foot on the center of your mat. Take your right ankle up and over your left knee for figure 4. Interlace your fingers at the back of your left thigh. Use your right elbow to gently guide your right knee out to the side. Flex all 10 toes And pull your left knee in towards your chest. And activate that Jalandhara Bandha. So like that grapefruit is underneath your throat. Keep your neck long on the back of your mat. And then draw your chin towards your chest. With each exhale, see if you can deepen and draw your left knee closer in towards your torso. And gently start to slide your right knee to stack over your left. And you can grab for the outside edges of your feet, or you can grab for your ankles or for your shins. For supine cow face, just taking the leg variation. Jalandhara Bandha in that throat lock. And drag the heels to the glutes or towards your shoulders. Keep the breath long. And slowly release this. Right foot comes to the ground, left ankle comes up and over your right knee. Flex the toes right away. Lengthen the back of your head on your mat so that you have that Jalandhara Bandha actively automated. While you do that, bring your right knee in towards your chest, interlace your fingers behind the thigh. Keep the toes flexed and guide the left knee to the side. Melt your shoulder blades onto your mat so that your whole upper back is rooted. And start to slide that left knee over the right. Take supine cow face, grabbing for wherever you can in this variation. And toes can stay flexed. And as you pull down gently, notice that your left IT band begins to stretch more deeply. And gently release your feet to the floor. Lengthen through your left leg. And draw your right knee up and in towards your chest. Take the bind with your fingers. And release the right knee towards the right armpit. Take an inhale. And exhale, draw it across your body for supine twist. Look over to your right fingers. Relax the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Slowly come back to center with both knees in towards your chest. Lengthen through the right leg. Left knee stays in. Draw it towards the left armpit. Take an inhale. Left knee comes across the body for supine twist, so you can look over towards your left fingers. And scooch that right hip under the left so you stack them. And guide the knees back to center. Draw them in towards your chest. Give yourself a final hug and squeeze. And on your exhale, Shavasana. Take up lots of space. And trust that you're safe here on your space with your belly open, your heart open, and your throat open to the sky. Your palms open to receive the next step of your journey that you may not even know. Take a few moments here to tune in and receive the benefits of your practice. Start to bring life back into your body by deepening your breath and moving your limbs. And draw your knees in towards your chest. Roll over onto your right or your left side. Take a fetal position. Take your time, come to a seat in the center of your mat. Keep your eyes closed and sit up nice and tall. With a proud heart, draw your hands through to the center. The wild-hearted yogi in me trusts, honors, and celebrates the wild-hearted yogi in each and every one of you. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Namaste. All right, you guys, thanks so much for being here. If you enjoyed this flow, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and share with as many people as you possibly can. I do teach classes on Zoom live 3 times a week, once on Tuesdays at 4:30 Mountain Standard Time, Primal Flow, which is a really cool blend of Vinyasa and Booty yoga. On Thursdays at 9 a.m. Mountain Time, I teach a fundamentals class for beginners or those looking to rediscover alignment. And then I also teach 7:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, powerful Vinyasa flow, just like you did today, but live on Zoom. So if you're interested, check out my website, wildhearts.yoga, and the classes tab will give you all of the info. I hope to see you in class.